Cherry chutney, like so many of the other fruit chutneys, is savory and sweet. The chutneys came from India originally and then went to England, where of course they put their own flair on things. I really like using these on all different kinds of meats. I start out de-stemming 4 pounds of cherries, and then I wash them off to get any spray residue off of them. Then I pit them, and I really like my little device for pitting them, but sometimes it does miss the pits, so I have to check them carefully. Now I'll place my pitted cherries in a large pot, and I'll use my cutter masher to chop them up small. You could go through with a knife and do this. I wouldn't do it with a regular masher just because the cherries are a little bit more firm than that, but I do feel like these cutter mashers work really well. I want to get the pieces nice and fine. Now the whole time that I'm working with these cherries, I'm always checking for pits because of the fact that my device can occasionally miss them. Now I'll add 2.5 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of raisins, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1 large onion diced, 2 tablespoons of mustard seed, 1 tablespoon of dry ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of dry lemon peel, and 2 teaspoons of crushed red pepper flakes. I'll then place this on the stove and simmer it for 50 minutes. Now I fill my pint-sized jars up to 1/2 inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. I'm using Superb canning jars and lids today. I actually really like these. They're an American-made company. The quality is good. The jars just feel nice and thick and substantial. The lids have this great blue seal that's super squishy. Additionally, they have these phenomenal boxes for shipping the jars. I don't see any way that any of them could break, and you can actually use the little pieces that are in there as drying racks later if you want to. I have a link as well as a 20% off discount code in the description below. Now I'll use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars so that they get a good seal. And then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'll process these in the boiling water bath for 15 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll do 20, but I won't start my timer until after they begin to boil. Now that the timer is done, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. Then I'll place the jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool down quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, then I remove the ring, wash them with hot soapy water, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If for some reason they haven't sealed, I'll put them in the refrigerator and use them right away.